Hey, it's Josiah Novak, and welcome to the True Transformation Podcast, the top fitness podcast for men who want to get ripped, naturally boost testosterone levels, and use fitness as a tool to not only look and feel better, but improve all areas of life in the process. Welcome to the show. Buckle up. Life moves fast. Let's make it count. Think about the workout routine you were doing in the gym before. An easy way to transition back into a workout routine in the gym is to just cut your volume down in half, okay? So if you were doing 4 or 5 sets of everything, well, guess what? Now you're doing 2 or 3 sets of everything, okay? That's totally cool. Cut the weights in half. Build it back up. If you were squatting 400 before, or 300 or 200 or whatever, just cut it in half. Low volume, right? Volume is simply sets times reps, okay? With weight, okay? So we take our weight, times how many reps, times how many sets. And that's how much volume that you do. So let's just say, for example, normally you were squatting 200 pounds for 10 reps for 4 sets. Okay, so you would take 200 times 10, that's 2,000, times that by 4, that's 8,000 pounds. That was your old volume. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that in half. We're gonna shoot for about 4,000 in total volume. Now, you don't need to be a mathematician. Just in your head, think about, what was I doing before? Let me cut that in half. All right, that's how we're gonna transition back. The other thing we can do is we can up our frequency of training. Now, you might be thinking, doesn't that go against what you just said? No, we're going to cut our volume way back. What we can do is we can spread out our normal workouts over full body workouts maybe. So maybe if we're doing upper and lower body workouts, or push-pull legs, or chest and triceps on Monday, back and biceps, shoulders, whatever, we can now say, okay, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to do full body. We're going to train everything with a couple sets for arms, couple sets for legs, couple sets for hamstrings, couple sets for back. Call it a day, come back in a day or two, do it again. Keeping the intensity low, keeping the volume low. This is going to help your body get back into the swing of things. It's going to improve your body's ability to regain the muscle that might have been lost, regain some strength, and not run into that severe soreness or that DOMS, right? The delayed onset muscle soreness, which, you know what I'm talking about. You wake up 3 days after training legs and you can barely walk, okay? We don't want to do that. If you are lucky enough to be able to access the gym, or if you're watching this down the road and your gym is now open and you've been doing body weight stuff for however long, or maybe you haven't been training at all, just keep in mind that your body will have what's called muscle memory, okay? Once you get back into the swing of things, you will start to see muscle come back faster than before, right? So it's going to be faster than someone who's never built muscle before. If you've built it and maybe you lost a little bit of size, you come back, all of a sudden, boom. I experienced this with my torn bicep. I tore my bicep a year ago, okay? Within 2 weeks of not training my bicep and having it in a cast, my arm shrunk dramatically, all right? It was like half the size of my other one. I was devastated for a little bit, but then soon as I started to get back into the gym and just training with bands, right? I wasn't doing anything heavy with my torn arm, just getting blood into that area again and getting a little bit of a pump, my arm started to dramatically grow, like very, very fast. And you can't really see if you're listening on the podcast, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that my arms are about the same size now, okay? So the muscle will come back, all right? You want to train just enough when you're just getting back into training, just to stimulate what's called protein synthesis. And that is just where you have a little bit of a breakdown inside the body of muscle tissue that needs to be rebuilt. Your body signals the body to rebuild muscle, uses protein that you eat that's stored in the body to rebuild that muscle. That's protein synthesis. So you just want to train just enough, okay, to get that synthesis process started. What do we need to do that? Well, about 50% of our 1 rep max, okay, on most exercises. So if you can curl 50 pounds, well, guess what? You only have to do about 25-pound curls, okay? If you can bench press 400 pounds, you really only have to do about 200 pounds to stimulate some muscle growth, okay? That's where we start. Now, of course, we want to bring that intensity up over time. So week by week, we can add a little bit of weight. We can add a few reps, a few sets here and there. Before you know it, a month in, you're back to your normal routine, okay? I don't want you to think about this as something that is going to suck, right? Getting back into the gym. What will suck more than getting back to the gym is if you get back to the gym and you hurt yourself, right? Injuries are the worst. That'll derail progress, set you back a long time. Trust me, I speak from experience. I would hate for anybody to get back into the gym just to get hurt, right? And then can't work out at home. You're like, my shoulder's killing me, my knees are killing me, my lower back got hurt, I pulled a muscle, blah, 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 blah. You know the story, right? It's never fun. So we want to avoid that as much as possible.
Thanks for listening to the True Transformation Podcast.
Make sure to subscribe and leave us a review. Come back next time.